everybody. Welcome to Shyam's Storytime. My name is Shyamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. Are you all ready to listen to the next episode in King Vikramaditya series? In the last episode, we saw that King Bhojaraja listened to a long story of transmigration by King Vikramaditya. The next morning, as always, he got ready and came rushing to the throne of Vikramaditya. As he climbed the steps one by one, the moment he put his step on the ninth step, the puppet on the ninth step said, "Stop, Bhojaraja. My name is Pavarakodi. Are you worthy enough of sitting on the throne of King Vikramaditya?" It asked him. By now, King Bhojaraja was so used to hearing lots of stories of King Vikramaditya. He said, "Well, I'm not. Please tell me about King Vikramaditya." So the puppet went on to tell the story. The name of today's story is The Goddess of Wealth. One day it so happened that King Vikramaditya was sitting on his throne and hearing many queries from all his town people. Suddenly there was a scholar who came out of nowhere and told King Vikramaditya that he was very poor. Despite all the skills that he had, he was not able to make money. King Vikramaditya told him, "Don't you worry, you can stay in my mansion for today. Tomorrow I will see if something can be done for you about your job." The scholar was very happy. He went to the mansion that was given by King Vikramaditya and spent the night there. But you know what? He could not sleep at night at all. Just past midnight, he was woken up by the sound of anklets. The moment he opened his eyes, he saw a very beautiful woman. The scholar thought it was some sort of ghost or something, and he could not sleep. He ran out of the mansion. The next morning, he went straight to the court of King Vikramaditya and told him, "Thank you so much for giving me this mansion, but I think I will make my means." And he started to go off. King Vikramaditya stopped him and asked, "Do you have any problem? Why are you running away like this? I told you I will get you a job." The scholar said, "You know what happened last night? There were sounds of anklets past midnight, and suddenly there appeared a woman. I think the mansion is haunted. I don't want to spend any more time here. I would like to go away." Saying so, he walked off. King Vikramaditya did not stop him the second time, but he thought to himself, what could that sound be? Where from did the sound of anklets come? Who could that beautiful lady possibly be? Vikramaditya decided he would sleep in that particular mansion for that night, which he did. And exactly after midnight, he also heard the sound of anklets. Can you believe it? But unlike the scholar, King Vikramaditya was so courageous. He drew out his sword and he was ready to spot somebody and ask him questions. Just like how the scholar had said, there appeared a woman. She was so beautiful. King Vikramaditya asked, "Who are you? How did you come here?" She introduced herself as Lakshmi and I'm the goddess of wealth. Vikramaditya was so happy. The puppet at the ninth step was Pavarakodi stopped the story here and asked King Bhojaraja, "What would you have done if the goddess of wealth came to your mansion?" Bhojaraja said, "I would have asked the goddess of wealth to stay in my mansion only all the time. Then I would be so very wealthy always." "Well, that's the difference between you and Vikramaditya," said the puppet and continued the story. When the goddess of wealth introduced herself and asked King Vikramaditya what he wanted, you know what the king replied? King Vikramaditya replied to the goddess of wealth, "Well, of course you can stay in this mansion, but on one condition. I want you to freely move about everywhere in my kingdom and not just restrict yourself only to this mansion." Vikramaditya said this because he didn't want only him to be very, very wealthy. He wanted all the people in this kingdom to be wealthy. Such was the generosity of King Vikramaditya. The goddess of wealth agreed to this condition and stayed in the mansion for some time. After that, she went off to different places in the kingdom. Vikramaditya slept very well that night. Next morning, his soldiers brought news from different parts of the kingdom. He said the local people remarked that there were showers of gold and silver from the sky. All of them have collected all these wealth and everybody has become so rich. Vikramaditya was so happy that his kingdom has become so prosperous. The puppet stopped the story here and told Bhojaraja, do you see how generous our king was? Even when the goddess of wealth came to him, he said, don't restrict yourself just to my mansion. Go about and freely be in my kingdom. Do you understand, Bhojaraja? It asked him and questioned once again, are you worthy enough to sit on such a throne? Bhojaraja hung his head down and said, not actually. He went back thinking about all the stories that he heard about King Vikramaditya and looking at his own self. Am I really worthy to sit on this throne? He kept pondering. What happened the next day? You have to wait for the next episode. You'll enjoy today's story. If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shyam's Storytime. You will have access to all the stories that I upload. Every Saturday, you get to hear a story of King Vikramaditya in English, and on Sundays, a Panchatantra tale in Tamil. All these stories you can listen from the comfort of your mobile phone. My name is Shamala, and I am a passionate storyteller. I will meet you in the next episode.